welcome back. So glad you're here. Today, instead of a vlog, you're gonna get a coffee chat. And I do have coffee. It is lunchtime. This is my lunch. I find that in the mornings, sometimes I have too much energy. And so having the coffee in the morning just gets me jittery and nervous all day. So having it at lunch is just nice when I'm not really hungry, but I kind of want something, but I really don't want nothing. So a cup of coffee is perfect. So I thought I would share my coffee with you. It's just a simple breakfast blend with stevia and powdered coffee mate creamer because that's what's at work. I need to bring some of my favorite creamers to work, especially this autumn and winter if I'm going to continue my coffee in the middle of the day. Something to think about, Sheila. And I remember when I was younger, gosh, really young, like before kids young. At that time I worked in a retail store on different levels between purchasing items and ordering stock and all that stuff, but I would have coffee for lunch and it just kept me going. And I would actually bring coffee from home that I made. It was seasoned just like I liked it. It was sweet and creamy, and I would put it in the icebox, and that would be my lunch, usually with a granola bar. I guess I tend to cycle back around years later. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit, is human cycles. And I don't mean the female kind. So if you're a dude watching, you're safe, I promise. I like to call myself a natural, uneducated sociologist. I like to study people and human behavior. I like to sit back and watch. Just watch and invest in learning the people that I'm watching. And mainly because, honestly, it's a great look into society and to what may be trending at the moment. It might open the doors to understanding a different level of life than I know. You guys know I'm born and raised here in Texas, and someone to the north of me may be completely different than I am. I am very family home centered. My family comes first. I'm very rooted in my faith. I am old fashioned, if I'm gonna say it. I like to go home and we watch in the evenings. A lot of times we will watch Andy Griffith, and I look back and I'm thinking, what an amazing time to have lived. Of course, then that was just their life, just like we're living our life now. And 30 years from now, I don't know many that would look back on 2020 and say, I wish I was there. But maybe they will. Maybe they will. Maybe we'll evolve from everything 2020 has taught us. And that is a beautiful thing. So let's talk about human cycles. And some of us have learned, and I say us broadly, and some of us have not learned, that history repeats itself unless you change the course, unless you change the cycle. I've been stuck on a hamster wheel before. And you guys, if you've been with me long enough, and I say long enough, if you've been on my channel for 2 years, maybe even a full year, you probably have seen when I feel like I'm stuck on a hamster wheel, because I feel like I have to jump off and I have to take a breather and take a breath and refocus. And once I get refocused, then I can jump back on that hamster wheel and have another great round for a little bit. But there are people who will continue to go in cycles. And instead of being on a hamster wheel like this, well, maybe they are. Maybe they're up and they're down, and they're up and they're down, and they're up and they're down, and they're up and they're down. Things are going great in their life and then they crash. Things are going amazing and then they crash. New things are going to happen. We're going to get a new job and then we lose that job. And then we're going to move and get a new house. And then, oh my gosh, now we can't even pay our mortgage. It's like a constant cycle of good and bad. When eventually you have to jump off that hamster wheel and you have to say enough is enough. I need stability in my life. Maybe that's just my human nature. I love stability. Stability makes me feel comfortable. I'm very glad that even through the craziness of 2020, I had the stability of home, of family. I could be stuck at home with my husband and my kids and be perfectly content and happy. They are my happy place. And I think because they are my happy place and I have that, I don't look for it out here. I might enjoy conversations. I might enjoy hanging out with you guys. I may love going out to lunch with friends. But my happy place is here, and it always will be. Always will be. Because here I can be who I am. And I think when people get into these social groups of trying to be something that they truly are not, is where they get stuck. And then they get on a hamster wheel they can't get off of. Because they're trying to appease people when they really just want to be themselves, period. A lot of people will question me, and it's okay. I can pretty much get along with everybody. Doesn't mean I want to hang out with you. I'll find good in you. But anything that brings a hindrance to my happy place, my safe place, I want nothing to do with that at all. And I'll walk away from it quickly. And if I am so disturbed by something going on the outside that I can't be who I am in my safe place, there's a problem. There's a big problem. What I'm realizing is that you guys know I love to encourage and uplift people. That is my God gift talent. And I say that kind of in a new profound confidence. And I've been told that for years. But now I am taking the option and I'm walking in those footsteps. And I cannot encourage someone if I'm hanging out here with the complete opposite of who I am here. Does that make sense? It's very odd. But the things we do socially, out in the real world, even social media, online, are a reflection of who we are or who we are trying to be or who we are trying to be like. And I can tell you, in my 47 years, I can only be myself. That is when I'm the happiest. When I am quirky, when I tell corny jokes, when I can laugh at myself, when I can speak freely, and when I can tell you that I love you and I appreciate you for who you are right now in this moment in my life, that's who I am naturally. I've had a few comments. I've said this before, so it's not a big deal. I've had a few comments where people judge me for who I might like. That's not my problem. That's theirs. It's theirs. It's kind of creepy that they know where you're at all the time. That's creepy to me. Like, I don't go on people's videos to see who commented where and what. That's just a waste of time for me. If I comment on a video, it's because that video touched me, or I just wanted to say, hey, how are you? What's up? So it's really ironic that I get judged because I might leave a comment on someone's video that someone else doesn't like, because maybe that person did something to them or whatever. That's not my beef. Jesus said I don't have to pay for that sin. Thank goodness. I wouldn't want you to pay for my sins. I'm not going to pay for yours. That's just pretty simple. So I did want to tell you guys, hopefully you're still here. I did want to tell you guys, I have something launching on October 1st that is an investment in yourself. A $5 investment. The price of a cup of coffee, and not the kind at home, the good kind at Starbucks or Dunkin'. The frou-frou kind, as my husband calls it. But it's to help you for 31 days in October to kind of see the good in things, to maybe get off that hamster wheel and start a journey of living the best life you can today, right now, in this moment. In the middle of a pandemic, maybe you're unemployed. Maybe you're struggling with other things. But right now, I have tools for you that will help you live your best life immediately. There are no guarantees in life. This doesn't come with a guarantee it's going to change your life. But I can tell you, if you take the tools and adapt them and use them and stay consistent, by the end of the month, you will look back and say, wow, wowzers. $5 is cheap because, let me tell you, I've put hours of work into this. I will have more details on that day though. I'm not gonna, that's a whole different video, and you'll have a vlog before then. So October 1st, 9 a.m. is what I'm hoping to have it all ready to go. It will be on the channel, and I can't wait for you to see it, because no one deserves to live on a hamster wheel forever. 2020 has taught me I can't fix broken people. Nobody can fix a broken person, because they have to want to fix themselves. I've spent 20 years, 30 years talking to people because they would ask my advice, but then not follow that advice because they decided they'd rather stay broken. They would rather stay in debt. They would rather stay in that job they hate instead of doing something they love. They would rather stay in a relationship that is toxic instead of finding their tribe. They would rather do whatever because it's easier to stay stuck than it is to make a change. It's easier to stay stuck. I could offer what I'm going to offer you guys for free. Could. But if you don't make an investment in yourself, what's the point? I've wasted my time. It doesn't mean that you're gonna stick with it. Mind you, it's not anything big, I promise. It is a lot of work on my end, but it's not going to be hard work for you, I promise. It's not boot camp. Not yet. All right. Let's help each other get off the hamster wheel, and let's be an encouragement in this season of harvest, because that's where we're at. We've worked, we've toiled, and just like the farmer gets to go and now harvest his crops, it's time for you to harvest your crops too. It is time for you to harvest what you have planted for the year. What was it? Do you even want to harvest it? Do you want to get a tenfold of what you planted for the year. I know I do. I know I do. I hope you do too. All right, guys, thanks for having coffee with me. I'm gonna get back to work, and I hope something in this encouraged you, inspired you, made you want to start looking at your harvest and start looking for it. Come October 1st, I've got something just for you.